From the station taking action for you, this is ABC Action News.
Right now at 5:30, we continue to follow breaking news tonight. Sheriff Grady Judd getting ready to brief the media on the arrest of the person they say is responsible for the hit and run that killed a Tampa woman and seriously injured a Polk County deputy. The suspect taken into custody in Lake Wales following an anonymous tip. We have a crew set up at that press conference right now. We're going to bring you what Sheriff Judd has to say live at 6.
A 15-year-old boy is the first in the area to be charged under a new law cracking down on those making violent threats against schools. According to the Pasco Sheriff's Office, the teen told classmates he was going to shoot up Ridgewood High School today. The threat appears to have been a joke, but the state attorney's office will decide where the case goes from here. Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Harris.
And I'm Paul LeGrand. We're going to start now at 5:30 with something you've probably seen at gas stations, these stickers on gas pumps.
And the bottom line is they're supposed to show you if someone has tampered with that gas pump to see if they're trying to steal your credit card information with one of those skimmers. The stickers are now mandated by law. But as our reporter Clifton French found out, they may not be protecting you all the way.
Doesn't it need to be opened up and checked first? It didn't take long for us to find broken security stickers around Tampa Bay. This Sunoco is off of Himes and Spruce in Tampa. We found broken stickers on every pump. When we asked the attendant about it, he simply replaced the stickers without opening the machines. But now you're telling people that it's fixed, that it hasn't been tampered.
I will call this the Sunoco company.
Yeah.
They will come back, they will check this one.
Well, then that just means that it's just a sticker.
And it pretty much knocks the integrity right out of a new law mandating minimum security standards. Genevieve went ahead and used her credit card to get gas at this Sunoco anyway, saying it's all about trust.
And trust that the rate is correct. I can't measure the gallons that come out.
Lee Gregory noticed the tampered sticker at this 7-Eleven after he already started pumping. A manager checked the pump. There was no skimmer inside.
They're stealing money from people that can barely afford to put gas in their vehicles half the time.
But not all pumps need stickers. Some gas stations like these at Wawa are tamper-proof. They shut off if they're opened by a criminal. Law enforcement says the new law isn't going to stop all criminals, so folks still need to take precautions. Use cash if you can. Go to gas stations that are open 24 hours a day and use pumps closest to the entrance where criminals are less likely to place skimming devices. In Tampa, Clifton French, ABC Action News.
All new at 5:30 tonight, we're shining the light on allegations of dirty money, polluting politics, and your vote. It involves a law firm funneling piles of cash into tight Senate races all across the country, including here in Florida. And tonight, 5 days out from the election, there are now calls for a federal investigation. The allegations of illegal campaign contributions center on the Thornton law firm in Boston. This video is from the firm's website. It shows the founder, Michael Thornton. Public records reveal that Thornton, along with two of his partners at the firm, gave hundreds of thousands of dollars, mostly to Democratic candidates. So what? People give money to politicians all the time, right? Well, according to this complaint filed with the Federal Election Commission by a Washington watchdog group, the people at the Thornton law firm were handing out money to politicians, and they were getting reimbursed for their donations. And that, according to the complaint, is illegal because it allows the firm to keep secret just how much money it was donating. I dug deeper and found the firm also gave $21,000 to Congressman Patrick Murphy and $24,000 to Senator Bill Nelson. When the Murphy campaign found out, it said it would donate the firm's contributions.
We have to get the money out of politics, and we need more transparency.
Murphy told me in an interview last month that he wants campaign finance reform.
Let's limit the time people are spending raising the money so they can focus on their job.
It's not a partisan issue. Republican Congressman David Jolly blew the whistle on his own party. He's now pushing the STOP Act, which would prohibit members of Congress from soliciting money.
Because I think every member of Congress owes it to voters to say, I'm going to do my job, put down the phone, and stop asking you for money.
Campaign finance reform is like a giant spider web. All the pieces are linked together pretty tightly, but trying to track which path the money or the spider is going is very difficult.
And tonight, both parties agree they need to fix this, but they disagree on how. Murphy favors overturning Citizens United. That was the Supreme Court decision that allowed companies to give unlimited money to super PACs. Representative Jolly favors a more measured approach that removes the candidate from the fundraising process altogether, which he says is a more practical solution.
Turning now to Democracy 2016, new early voting numbers showing a tighter race tonight. And while Hillary Clinton may not be getting the type of early vote advantage she wanted, she maintains an apparent advantage over Trump with roughly 1/4 of all ballots already cast. And with just 5 days to go before Election Day, PolitiFact is putting out new fact checks on the presidential candidates daily. First up, Donald Trump. Take a listen to his claims that health care costs are hitting record highs.
Many instances, their health care costs are more than their mortgage costs or their rent, which, by the way, is a first in American history.
Trump saying that the cost of health care under Obama is overtaking rent and mortgage for the first time. PolitiFact crunching those numbers and found that on average, Americans spent between $8,000 to $10,000 on mortgage or rent payments a year. That's compared to a yearly average of about $4,000 for health care. And though health care costs are up ever since the Affordable Care Act was passed, it's never surpassed housing costs since at least 1984. The numbers don't add up here, but was vague enough that the situation could be different in individual cases. So PolitiFact rates his statement mostly false.
All right, as for Hillary Clinton, she is claiming that Donald Trump opposes equal pay for women.
And you can go down the list of everything he has said. He doesn't believe in equal pay.
Now, PolitiFact took a look at Trump's past statements on the gender wage gap and found a mixed bag. His daughter Ivanka said that during the Republican National Convention that Trump would support equal pay for men and women, and his campaign said that he supports the concept. But his record is mixed. Last year, comparing equal pay legislation to socialism and saying that performance should dictate wages regardless of gender. Trump says that he favors the concept but has criticized it in the past. So PolitiFact, based on his past statements, rating Clinton's statement half true.
Now, the most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
Good afternoon, everybody. Got a couple of sprinkles out there, especially interior counties. But, you know, there is an outside chance you could see a 3 or 4 minute shower, even as close as Ray J. Although right now things are rain-free. But as I said, there are just a few spritzes, sprinkles popping up all over the place. So if you are heading over for the game, you shouldn't have too much to worry about. I mean, yes, you could see a 5 minute shower. I think that's about the worst of it, with temperatures in the low to mid 80s. And by the way, by game time, don't think it'll be an issue. Long gone by then. Tomorrow morning, waking up to temperatures still in the 60s. The cooler air still about 12 hours away. Now, again, this will not be a blast of cool air, but you'll notice the changes, especially compared to what we had today. Another day with upper 80s in Sarasota and downtown Tampa, 86 in Winter Haven as well. There's a look at Futurecast. Again, by 7:30, 8 o'clock, anything that's out there will have moved inland. And overnight, partly cloudy to clear skies, maybe a bit of fog in the morning up north. And then that front arrives and how it impacts your weekend coming up in a couple of minutes.
All right, Dennis, thank you. A tough day today for troops in Afghanistan. 2 U.S. service members are dead tonight, 4 others wounded during operations there. And according to a statement from the U.S. military tonight, the troops died during a mission to clear a Taliban stronghold. Some 30 Afghan civilians were also killed in the fighting, along with at least 26 Taliban insurgents.
Well, I want you to take a look right here. You'll see this image full in just a moment, but you're looking at a picture of a bird in our area stuck to a glue trap. Thankfully, it didn't die, but the trap is meant to catch rodents and nuisance animals. But instead, it's hurting precious wildlife right here in Tampa Bay. We also got pictures of this red-shouldered hawk stuck to a glue trap also in Manatee County. The traps aren't illegal, but there are online petitions right now to ban them. Save Our Seabirds was able to rescue the hawk from that sticky pad, but they had to cut its feathers off. So she's been in rehab since it happened.
This was basically tar on its feathers, and it wouldn't have been able to fly after that.
Some great news here, though. That hawk is fully recovered and will be released back into nature.
Coming up on ABC Action News, a complaint that led officers to take more than a dozen of these cats from one woman's home and why other animals got to stay.
She was sending them before the act, at the time of the act, and following the act as well.
And then a father receives pages and pages of troubling texts from his children's mother, all ending with one disturbing image, the body of his son. I'll tell you the one thing that dad now regrets doing that could have saved his child's life.
Image versus reality. Attorney General Pam Bondi under fire for her efforts on human trafficking. New at 6, the I-Team digs into her prosecution record and reveals why so many are upset.
Kim Kardashian's aunt. You won't believe what she's doing to look like Kim's mom, Kris Jenner.
How about a new face?
Kris Jenner's sister. Her shocking surgery. Next, Inside Edition.
Tonight at 7 on your ABC Action News Station.
ABC Action News is brought to you by the Tampa Bay Home Show this weekend at Tropicana Field.
Is your house hurricane ready? Call the experts at Parliament Roofing for a quality roof replacement at a price you can afford. They install shingle, tile, and metal roofs, and insulated roofs for flat roofs and mobile homes. Parliament makes it easy with next-day installation, lifetime warranty, no money down, in-house, no-hassle financing, and easy monthly payments. For a limited time, get $500 off your new roof. Call Parliament Roofing today to get a quick and easy free estimate. Nobody puts a quality roof on for less. Nobody.
People have got to know whether or not their president's a crook.
Bad news for Hillary Clinton. The FBI director agrees. Clinton has faced numerous criminal investigations and been called extremely careless by the FBI. Now, a new bombshell.
The FBI unexpectedly reopened its criminal investigation of Hillary Clinton's private email servers.
How can we elect someone who's under FBI investigation? Future 45 is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm afraid you're suffering from FOBO.
FOBO?
FOBO. Fear of better options.
Cure FOBO with Black Friday savings now. Up to 40% off, 24-month special financing, and free delivery at H.H. Gregg.
Bob Busing on the record. He sues taxpayers to cover the outrageous costs of a lavish courthouse. Busing files foreclosures on homes critical to seniors. His law firm's accused of running up costs on a school district at the expense of our kids. Trailing in the polls, Busing attacks Dana Young for things she never did. So we ask, Mr. Busing, will you do anything to win? Anything to beat this woman?
This is Mike's office. If he doesn't show up, he doesn't get paid. Too often, Marco Rubio didn't show up and failed us when he did. I am Patrick Murphy. To get things done, you've got to show up. And you've got to work together. Whether it's protecting Social Security and women's health care or growing the economy, we've got to start solving problems instead of pointing fingers. I am Patrick Murphy, and I approve this message because I'll never stop working for you.
It's the greatest sale in history at Ashley Home Store. Unbeatable Black Friday deals guaranteed now. Save up to 50% on doorbusters like this bed and this sofa. Or get 5 years no interest. Incredible Black Friday deals going on now. Only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Under State Attorney Mark Ober's watch, rape and sexual assault are on the rise. Ober's not just ineffective. He declined to prosecute a man who forced a girl into sexual slavery, even blamed the victim.
She was with him voluntarily.
Our community deserves new leadership. Andrew Warren, an experienced prosecutor, will reallocate resources to target violent crime, including gun violence, rape, and domestic abuse. Andrew Warren for State Attorney. It's time for new leadership.
21 cats and dogs need a new home tonight after animal control officers found them living in one woman's house.
The animals are now available for adoption. Brenda Lise Gonzalez joins us now to explain the compelling reason why even their owner was willing to give them up.
This guy is just one of 17 cats. Then there's Princess and 3 other dogs. More than 20 animals taken from one woman's home.
She loves animals and she got overwhelmed.
Officer Danielle Downs is a part of Pasco County's hoarding task force who found the animals after a neighbor's complaint. Turns out the owner had taken most of them in from the streets, but broke the county's limit of 9 cats and dogs per home.
She kind of dubbed herself as the caretaker, the savior of the neighborhood.
Yeah, they love Mama.
Julia Mathis got to keep 9 of her dogs and other animals like goats and pigs.
Yeah, I'm a good person. I try to help anybody or any animal. I take them in.
Animal control can't take livestock, but say there weren't any signs of neglect.
They wasn't hurt. They wasn't hungry because I fed them good.
Neighbor Ronna Kistler is relieved to see the change.
I'm sure she meant no malice, but still, it is what it is, and something had to be done. And somebody spoke for the animals.
These guys are all in fairly good health.
Back at the shelter, staff prepare to put the animals up for adoption.
I figured they'll find them. They said they'd find them a home.
The reason why Mathis was willing to give them up.
So I just thought it'd be better for them.
That was Brenda Lise Gonzalez reporting. Mathis was only cited for not having all of her animals properly vaccinated. Well, turning now to a disturbing story out of Pennsylvania, where a mother is accused of murdering her own child and sending text messages and a video showing the lifeless body to that child's father. Police say 21-year-old Christian Clark killed her 17-month-old son and then tried to kill her 2-year-old daughter as well, following a series of texts with the kid's father, accusing him of being with another woman. She told police that after the father wouldn't answer her text, she threatened to harm their children. Police are saying she smothered her son and then sent videos of his lifeless body to the father. He then called police. The daughter is recovering right now.
Now to a chaotic scene as police break up massive crowds of protesters outside a U.S. Senate debate in Louisiana. You see people here hanging on doors, pounding on the glass at Dillard University last night, doing whatever they could to get inside. At one point, police having to pepper spray, or they did pepper spray the crowd to get them to stop.
Anybody have any water? Anybody have any water?
So inside the school, a former Ku Klux Klan Grand Wizard, David Duke, he spoke on an empty auditorium stage after the university closed the debate to the public. 6 people, including 1 student, they were arrested for obstructing traffic.
Well, some exciting news out of Orlando tonight. Have you noticed the giant volcano off in the distance in I-4?
Well, we know tonight that this is going to be the main attraction of Universal's new Volcano Bay water park. It's set to open this summer, so you'll see it right off of I-4. It's going to feature dozens of new attractions, and you won't have to stand in long lines to experience any of them. The park will hand out special bracelets to each guest, which lets them know which rides have the shortest wait times. Pretty cool.
And even though it doesn't open until next year, tickets for the park will be available starting November 15th.
Now, the most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
Going to be there in those 95-degree days.
Yes.
Fortunately, we're done with that now.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, you never know.
Don't say it.
We are. We hit 88, though, in Sarasota today. You're going over to the Bucs game, right? Got some tickets to the Bucs game?
I'm excited.
Last I checked, there were a couple of sprinkles out there, but I think we're actually looking pretty good. Anything that's out there will only last about 5 minutes. The beach looks even better. There's the mainsail, Anna Maria Island. You look out to the west, it's absolutely beautiful. You look off to the east, there are a few more clouds and even a couple of showers out there as well. In fact, taking a closer look with Titan Doppler radar, zooming in, there's Ray J, and right now things look good. Just a couple of minutes ago, there was maybe about a 3-minute sprinkle that went on through, but it has now cleared out and likely will stay that way. I mean, if you're going to do some tailgating over the next few hours, yes, there is a chance you could see a brief shower or a sprinkle. That's it, and I don't think it's going to be an issue at all by game time at 8:20, 8:25. By then, everything will have moved offshore. Temperatures right now in the low to mid 80s after highs today in the mid to upper 80s. 85 at the airport now, the dew point 62, so that, man, that humidity is still out there. Early November, we are still talking about that kind of stuff. Now, I think, though, by late tomorrow into Saturday, we are going to get a brief break. It's not going to be a blast of cool air. You're not going to be able to break out the boots or the sweater, but at least you'll notice the changes in the mornings. Like I said, we hit 86 today. Normally, we should be at 81, and actually, last year, we tied the record. It was 88. So just a year ago, we had temperatures right back up near 90 degrees. St. Pete 82 and sunny right now. Sarasota hit 88 today. They're still at 86 with the winds out of the east and northeast. And the winds are going to continue to blow. I think we're going to see a gusty weekend, not just out of the water, but also on shore as well. But until we get there, we're still going to have to deal with, as you can see, a couple of sprinkles, some humidity, mixture of clouds and sunshine. And overnight tonight, again, by 7:30, 8 o'clock, anything that's out there will have moved out in the Gulf, and there won't be many. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to partly sunny skies for your Friday. And then the front comes in from the north. Now, once we hit, December, January, February, a cold front in the wintertime can bring some pretty drastic changes and some severe weather out ahead of it, but not this go around. This is just kind of a weak front at that, maybe a quick shower tomorrow afternoon. Here's the thing, though. By the weekend, I do think we're going to still see quite a few clouds on Saturday. A breezy day, cooler, highs in the upper 70s. I mean, not a bad day, just not beautifully sunny like we often get behind our cool fronts. Now, on Sunday, I think it will be a little drier and a little sunnier, but temperatures right back up around 80 degrees. The mornings, you'll notice the change in the low 60s, maybe even some upper 50s in our northern counties. For the boaters, northeast winds at 10 to 15 knots. The water temperature, Clearwater, 73 degrees. There are your upcoming tides, your sunrise, and your sunset. So again, right on through this evening, look for partly cloudy skies for the game. Kickoff about 8:20, 8:25. Rain should not be an issue hour by hour. Looks good. Waking up to temperatures in the upper 60s, and a look at Florida's most accurate 7-day forecast. Still a warm one on Friday, back to where we should be on Saturday. And I think most of next week, temperatures stay highs in the low 80s, with morning lows starting on the cool side by Saturday and Sunday, and maybe a little warmer by the middle of next week.
Dennis, thank you. Still to come tonight on ABC Action News, the future of a popular St. Petersburg concert venue now in jeopardy. New at 6, the proposed project that could stop the music at Janice Live for good.
But first, we're heading into peak fair season here in Florida. So tonight, a warning for parents about the unwelcome surprises kids are finding in the animal exhibits.
ABC Action News is brought to you by Rubenstein Law.
I alone can fix it. Bomb the out of him. I'd like to punch him in the face. I like people that weren't captured, okay? He's a Mexican. He ate like a pig. I moved in her like a... I did not say that. I love war. Yes, including with nukes. Blood coming out of her. They're rapists. Wrong. There has to be some form of punishment. Such a nasty one. I want to be unpredictable. If they have you and shoot somebody, and I was a slob. I don't remember. And you can tell them to go themselves.
Priorities USA Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
People have got to know whether or not their president's a crook.
Bad news for Hillary Clinton. The FBI director agrees. Clinton has faced numerous criminal investigations and been called extremely careless by the FBI. Now, a new bombshell.
The FBI unexpectedly reopened its criminal investigation of Hillary Clinton's private email servers.
How can we elect someone who's under FBI investigation? Future 45 is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Putting a wife to work is a very dangerous thing. When I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof. Grab him by the and when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
More accusers coming forward to say they were sexually assaulted by Donald Trump.
And I'll go backstage before a show. Yes. And everyone's getting dressed.
Donald Trump walked into the dressing room while contestants, some as young as 15, were changing.
They standing there with no clothes. You see these incredible looking women. I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. She ate like a pig. A person who's flat-chested is very hard to be a 10.
So you treat women with respect?
I can't say that either.
All right, good.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
American leadership impacts the entire world, but our weak leadership the past 7 years has failed us. Islamic extremist terrorism is on the rise. 5 major attacks in 7 months. We simply cannot continue down this path of failed leadership. The world must come together, and America needs to lead. Yet President Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton just want to stay the course. The incompetence Hillary Clinton displayed during the Benghazi attack and her singular focus on protecting her own reputation proves she's not ready to be commander-in-chief. We face many challenges as a nation, but nothing is more critical than America displaying strong leadership and an unwavering resolve to defeat terrorism. America's leadership can and must be better. And with Donald Trump as president, it will be.
Great America PAC is responsible for the content of this message.
ABC Action News is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
An Indian River County mother under arrest tonight after she allegedly told her children to jump from a moving car as she was running from deputies. Deputies say Afina McCoon, the woman you see there, sped away during a traffic stop earlier this week. And as they were chasing her car, 2 children fell out of the passenger door when she made a sharp turn. The children, a 12-year-old girl, a 10-year-old boy, were taken to the hospital but expected to be okay. The girl told officials her mother told them to jump and run. The mother was later caught and arrested.
All right, take a look at this. Brand new video tonight from the U.S. Coast Guard of this dramatic rescue. This is south of Key Largo, and you actually see the helicopter crew there airlifting a man from a vehicle carrier. This happened early this morning. The 24-year-old had suffered back injuries from a fall aboard the ship. The Coast Guard transported him to the air station in Miami, where he was then taken to Jackson Memorial Hospital. We got an important health alert for parents tonight. Think twice before letting your kids visit the petting zoo at the state fair this year.
There's a new report just released by the CDC saying people, especially children, are contracting swine flu from visiting pig barns. In the last few months, 18 people, 16 of them were children, infected with a type of swine flu not seen before in humans. All of them reported some kind of exposure to pigs at agricultural fairs. The CDC says anyone who passes through animal exhibits should immediately wash their hands and avoid touching their face or their mouth.